BlazeSoft is a company located in Barranquilla, Colombia. For those who maybe don't know the position of Colombia, it's located in South America. Um, Basically, the whole presentation, I'm gonna speak a little bit about BlazeSoft and how our company is related to WiBACK specifically. So almost 10 years in the market, our company develops digital solutions for different professional fields like energy, health, and education. Those are the three main branches that we work with. But always keeping in mind something, entertainment as the base of the whole solution. Through the years, this focus led us to open different business lines, specifically speaking, gamification, video games, e-learning, and enterprise solutions. What does this mean? Um, as a company of people that works mostly with creatives, we are looking for bring solutions to different fields that are entertained to execute. That people who use this different platforms, digital technologies, are able to enjoy the process of using this. Between this, of course, is gonna education is gonna play a really important a role here. So that to make BlazeSoft really fast introduction. And what we're going to speak today in this webinar is something really specific. It's about how does gaming and entertainment connects with WiBACK. What's important? Why are we WiBACK partners? Why it's important to us to be partners of WiBACK? And so in this webinar, I'm going to focus on the connectivity part and the educational solution of one of our deployments here in Colombia. So far, we have 3 deployments of WiBACK in Colombia and different departments. But I want to focus in, I will say, the biggest one so far, which is an e-learning solution using WiBACK. So WiBACK follows, as you maybe know, as you may read in different links there in their website on different other conference, follows the inclusive innovation approach to bring broadband connectivity into rural areas with good performance at lower cost. Maybe this might sound tricky for some people that have never worked with this technology. Maybe they just don't think that's gonna work. It sounds like a marketing strategy or something, but believe me, it does work. Our actual implementations of WiBACK in Colombia are lasting so far more than 5 years with no maintenance, zero operative cost in all WiBACK speaker technology. So that's really important for us because our base solution that we made here, our e-learning project, a gamified project, it's focused to rural areas. It's mostly development for government. And government, like 6 years ago, in Colombia, they implemented a really wide and strong campaign to deliver quality education to different, to far away zones that are hard to access. But at this point, software solution was not the right approach, or just to bring them PCs or just to bring them technology was not what they were looking for because connectivity was lacking. And all the investment they were planning to do was eventually going to die because they had no way to keep it the track of the people keeping learning and keeping getting the new information over the years. So in this part, when we were developing our first video games for education, we're looking for different solutions in 2013, I think, that we may present to the government as a whole package, like a package that includes connectivity, that includes software, and includes the hardware. And with this, we came to meet the people of DeFuTech in that moment, with Matthias Kretschmar, with Jens, with Professor Carl, and different other people from the WiBACK technology. We came to meet with them and start making the first test in Colombia of WiBACK. That very kit that we bought for testing is the one that's still up and running today. And let's say it was implemented in 2014. It's been almost 6 years up and running technology. So that's really important when you go to rural areas, because what makes expensive, as many of you may know, it's to deploy the people there, to make the maintenance of our equipment, to keep the network up and running. That's what normally the most expensive part. So specifically speaking, this is the project that we were talking about. I took this slide from one of the Fraunhofer's presentations. I like it quite a lot. I think it resumes really good what the whole project is about. And to make like a really fast brief of the project, I'm gonna situate myself in the bottom left image, where you can see there's something saying anillo fibra óptica, which means fiber optics ring that we made in the inner part of the town. In the town that we were implementing this, we make a fiber ring that interconnect all the educational institutions that were based on the urban part of the town. And from there, we created a main tower with WiBACK implementations to deliver this quality of internet, this quality of connectivity to the whole rural areas around it. As you can see in the top bottom left image, you can see like 4 different towers that are aiming to the center. So that's basically a really fast brief. How does it work? I'm gonna go a little bit deeper in the further presentation of the whole technology, of the whole solution. So one of the things that we want to remark here is that it's not, like Glenn was saying, it's not about the connectivity. It's not about only bringing the infrastructure that you can have internet or you can have content. More than that, WiBACK is being used right now in the same town for for different projects like telemedicine. They are transporting medical solutions through there. They are of course giving internet to different parts of the town, and the same network that is actually was up and running for educational, they are now using it for different fields inside of the town. One of the things that of course remark us as a creative company is the high quality of the video games we do. It's not like a normal basic game. I don't know if any of you likes to play video games and stuff like that, but to some that have some idea of this topic, as you can see in the images, it's not like a random just app game that you do something. It's a full 3D world, full 3D RPG world, open world that the kid can go and have different adventures all over the world in different scenarios, in deserts, in jungles, in different things, where you know different people, you gain your own stats, and you improve a lot your whole adventure. So here we wanted to make something really strong that the professors don't need to learn how to play. It's just the student. Let the student play, let the student enjoy their game, and let the professor just do the management. You just have to the professor dashboard where you put your inputs, your homework, you input your questions, and that's it. You don't need to know anything about the game. You just only get the results as a professor constantly. Where they are playing, you're getting results all the time. Yeah. So, okay, first I want to show this, I want to stop this in the play to learn part, and I want to jump now to how the implementation was in Colombia. Let's gonna speak a little bit about WiBACK, about the deployment itself. So, but still I want to, okay, yeah, let's just jump to the WiBACK part. Coming back to the deployment, please let me know if you guys can see, if everyone, sorry, can see okay, perfect. So this is the implementation that we made of WiBACK in La Jagua de Virico, which is the town we were right now speaking. So as I was explaining initially, we have a main node uh, located in the urban area of the town, basically, where you can have a good connectivity, where you can have a good quality of internet. And from there, we start making a full deployment that allows to go to the different rural areas around the town. As you can see, we have here La Palmita, La Estrella, Boquerón, La Victoria are the 4 rural areas that we benefit. So this is a quick overview, sky view of the deployment that we made. As you can see, here we remarked to the distance of the nodes between each other. One of the links is 19.2 kilometers, which is the longest one, and I'm going to show you more specific pictures about this. A couple of those, 19.2 kilometers. And it's to remark that until 20 kilometers, WiBACK worked perfectly between jump to jump. It was one of the things that we make here in Colombia in 2013 was not only to make the first implementation, but to start making improvements and try to help how the topology works in tropical areas. I think we were the first country to implement WiBACK in tropical areas, right? And Matthias and everyone had to take a look how the tropical environment, the humidity and all these things were affecting specifically the connectivity, but still worked quite good. 20 kilometers with a perfectly based and almost no latency transferring. After 20 kilometers, it's still working good because we have tried already, but 20 kilometers is like the sweet spot. If you are 20 kilometers hops from point to point, it's really perfect, the connectivity that you can do. And so jumping off, I want to show you now how like the network was implemented, what kind of topology we use here. And let's gonna find lost here. Okay, so in this part of the picture, we have something that we call la repetidora, which means the cluster, where we are basically based out of whole topology, which was looking for the highest spot near the town in order to transfer the connectivity from rural area to the for the urban area to the repetitor, and from there deliver the highest quality internet to the whole different points of the of the implementation as better as possible. Some pictures of the implementations see from the sky, so you have a better idea of how was it working. So this is the cluster that we put in the top of the mountain. As you can see, is only being used for WiBACK implementation. Yeah. And from this network, as you can see, there's a really quite good point of view to every single part that's around the town. So to the schools, we go here to some of the sky views of implementations done of WiBACK in the school. This tower was implemented inside of the school. And from here, we go down to the small data center of the school. And from there, we spread the internet to deliver different solutions, e-learning solutions. The same structure, it was used in the town to put it in hospitals. Yeah. And to deliver internet to the hospitals that were in the rural areas. And the same structure was being used for starting a project to GPS tracking of trucks for the coal mines and stuff like that. So the WiBACK topology that we create there is being used right now for different different things in the town. Like in town is a coal town, so they saw the infrastructure already put and working. And they start trying to see what they can do with that. So this is like a really fast overview of what implementation of WiBACK was. Yeah. Some stuff about play to learn that I was showing to you, and I don't know if you have any questions. I think we try to be fast and effective in order to make the meeting not to go too long. As Glenn said, if you want, we can speak a lot more about other implementations, a little bit more about the solutions, a little bit more about what BlazingSoft does here in Colombia. But I would like to hear first if we have any questions, and I maybe can go deeper over a specific topic that the people wants to hear about.
Yeah, just before we shoot into questions, and it's important to say, wow, wow. Like, even though I'm from DeFuTech, but I even get so excited and was emotional hearing mainly about the impact that you do a deployment. You have no idea that would affect people working in a health center, in a clinic, in the coal mines, through the GPS trackers, so many opportunities abound, and it just shows you the power of what a single deployment, a single internet connection, internet connectivity can have on the lives of people.